The iPhone may be the phone that everybody wants, but that doesn't mean that it's the only stylish phone with a cool interface. The LG Viewty Smart looks like it has the style to match, but how does it compare? It's slightly smaller than an iPhone, which is good, but that means a smaller screen, which isn't. It's only slightly smaller though, at 3 inches, and as the display is really sharp, it's unlikely to ever be a problem. There's vibration feedback when touching the screen, which is helpful, but the default noise of typewriter keys when writing messages won't make you any friends if you use it in public. Thankfully, the S-Class interface is simple enough to use that it wasn't difficult to turn this off. Speaking of the interface, we like it. The home page has 4 panes covering shortcuts, widgets, favourite contacts and favourite media. Simply swipe your finger across the screen to choose between them, and tapping the top bar reveals a menu for frequently used options like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, alarms and missed calls. The screen works in both landscape and portrait modes and rotates automatically, but that's assuming that the app you're using supports landscape mode. Not all of them do. The screen is very clear, even with small fonts, and there's multi-touch for zoom. When the phone rings, you can slide a button to either answer the call or compose an SMS to the caller. This is a good idea for any situation when you might not want to have a conversation, like the train, but don't want the other person to feel ignored. Just don't forget to turn that typewriter sound off first. The camera is an impressive 8 megapixel model and can take video as well. There's an app for making photos into slideshows with a variety of transitions and soundtracks. It can play music and videos, including duets, and there's a direct link to YouTube. The onboard memory can be expanded by as much as 32 GB with a micro SD card. The speakers are pretty good for a mobile phone, but if you want to use headphones, you'll have to use the included adapter. This is something we find particularly annoying and wish companies would just include an audio socket, even if it's the small 2.5mm version. On a more positive note, the Viewty can play music over Bluetooth to compatible speakers. The LG PC Suite software can be used to back up contacts and messages and to import contacts from Outlook Express or contacts, calendars and tasks from Outlook. All this phone comes at a price though. The Viewty Smart costs £320 on a pay-as-you-go contract or is included for free with paid monthly contracts from £30 a month.